Hello guys and welcome back. Long time no see. Hey, we're back for race number 20 here today from the Pocono Raceway. If you missed the excitement this morning, I don't want to spoil anything, but the results might do the talk, or the starting lineup might do the talking. So anyway, welcome back to Jello Cup race number 20 here today from Pocono, the Gander RV doubleheader at Pocono. I am Brian James. Anyway, starting on the pole for this race will be Nathan Faden, and to his outside will be Trevor Collins. In case you missed it, the reason why these guys are on the pole are not because of their lap times. The lap times are just simply the computer-generated lap times. This is based on the results of the first race earlier today. So the first race earlier today, Nathan Faden was the last car on the lead lap. Hence why he is now starting in the first position. His friends, though, the ones who finished behind him, Mitchell Collins and others who wrecked out of the last race, they will start at their same position because they did not finish on the lead lap, nor did they finish the race. So, unfortunately for them, they will have a lot of work to do. That's some notes entering this race. Mitchell Collins has a 20-point lead entering this round. So he's going to have a little work to do starting at the back. The other thing is Chris Smith fell outside of the top 33. As you know, the knockout qualifying results you saw at the beginning of this video were the same ones from the last video, because we are not redoing knockout qualifying in the double header. So all the guys who made the show in the first race are in the show this time. But you may have noticed at the end of last race, Austin Shaw climbed into the top 33. His friend Chris Smith has fallen out of the top 33. So that's another thing to keep an eye on. Chris Smith, he is starting in 5th. He's got his work made out for him because Austin Shaw is at the back of the field for finishing up front in the first race. So the big thing for Chris Smith now is to get as much points as he can in this race. And of course, for these guys who are starting up front, finished in the back, they are going to have to really do their best to stay up front. We know they didn't have the fastest car in race number 1. We'll see what adjustments they've made for the afternoon stint here at the Pocono Raceway. As mentioned, this is Pocono. This is the Jello Cup Series. This is the Gander RV doubleheader at Pocono. Race number 2. Take 2. Let's roll the intro. We'll be right back with the green flag for the second time today in just a moment.
Through turn 4. Just 24 It's going to be a drag race to the line. We're going down the 96. Wins the race at Coda.
Here we go. They make their way through turn 3. It is time for take 2 at Pocono. The pace car will peel off. Who will rebound after a tough round 1 here? Who will struggle? We'll find out as Nathan Faden leads us to the green. Race 2 underway. Trevor Collins gets out to a huge lead on lap number 1 as he leads the event. And I'm sorry, I know I said I wasn't going to spoil, but you guys should have woke up on time. Let's check in on our race winner for the first of the 2 races here today. Samet Ozkan, he is struggling back there, battling, I believe, now in 39th. That is a tough break. Obviously, he kind of just didn't have the luck there by winning. I mean, I'm sure he wishes there were a bunch of more cars a lap down, so that way he would have started a little closer to the front. But Charles Sanford just got second while we were checking in on the first race winner. Keep in mind, this race we add an extra lap. We had 20 in the morning race. This afternoon we got 21 laps to run here at the Pocono Raceway. Trevor Collins hangs on to the lead, but Charles Sanford is faster. Keep an eye on that. But for Trevor Collins, he could be looking for win number 3 today. That would most certainly solidify him in the playoffs with 17, maybe 18 playoff points. That's almost a guarantee at this point. See there, Sanford is right there. He's trying to make it happen. Back there as well, Diego Yepes. And, of course, your pole sitter, Nathan Vaden, is in that first position. And right into the corner. Charles Sanford is all over the back bumper. And now Nathan Vaden is looking for second. And it looks like he might get it. We head down one of the back stretches to turn 3. They're still battling side by side back there. Meanwhile, while they're doing that, Trevor Collins is starting to check out. Keep in mind, the 77 could have a huge impact on who wins this battle for second. That lap it was the 3 of Nathan Vaden, and now the 77 is going to make it 3 wide. And instead, he'll back out and think better of it. Keep in mind, Diego Yepes is a former champ of the Jello Cup Series, so he, of course, is going to think a little bit smarter. He knows right now. He enters this race, I believe, 31st in the standings, so Diego Yepes knows right now he cannot afford to get into a wreck right now. He needs to be focused up front. For second place, Nathan Vaden dives it in. I just don't think he's going to get it this time. Keep an eye on the back of the field. Who's going to pit early? Mina Monroe will pit early. You want to keep an eye on that because last time Brad Stover, in the morning race, Brad Stover pitted early. And he came out with the race lead because his pit exit was just phenomenal. It's just remarkable how much speed these guys get on pit exit. There goes Diego Yepes. He's looking for third. Side by side. Will he get it? It looks like Nathan Vaden hangs on for the time being. And yes, that'll settle it right there. You see here the leaders are coming in. Keep an eye out for the 10, Amina Monroe. Back here, keep in mind, she pitted a lap sooner. Here we go. They're jammed up again. Kind of deja vu. And actually, the 42, Chris Smith, the 34, Giorgio Stumu, also stayed out the extra lap. Or, I'm sorry, came in a lap sooner, rather. So we'll see what impact that has on these guys. Oh, the 3 hits the 6. Might have killed the jacket, might have killed the front tire changer. But it looks like he's a trooper. He'll continue. But now the 6 is going to have a little damage to fix. Here comes the 21. The 21 will win the race off. It looks like right sides for them. Trevor Collins not going to worry about the damage. He'll just let it be. And Max Anderson. We haven't been talking much about him this season, but he will cycle out to the race lead. There goes Mina Monroe and Giorgio Stumu trying to pass the 6. Now, last race we also saw these guys have to pit again because they didn't get it either full of fuel or they just didn't have something right. And that's exactly what the 88's going to do. He's going to pit again. But the lead is Max Anderson's. And Max Anderson had a strong season last year, made it to the Championship 4, just couldn't beat Patrick Smith. And over at the Wood Brothers, he's had some decent runs. He just hasn't had the results to show for it yet. Keep in mind, this is a 5-time winner in Jello Cup Series history. He is number 2, or he's tied for number 3 on the all-time wins list. Oh boy, he ran out of fuel. Oh, caution's out. Let's see if we can get a camera in the cockpit here. Just look at it. Yeah, no fuel pressure, looks like. Chris Smith will lead us back. Dick Clark, Brad Stover. Significant damage to the both of them. Not good for the teammates at Hendrick Motorsports. Certainly going to be some love lost there amongst the teammates. Let's go see what happened. So it's not in this picture, but the 88 Dick Clark, you see him up ahead. He's just trying to get off the pit lane. You know, he's minding his own business. He's running his line. Brad Stover's battling for position here. And he just should have checked up right there. He runs right over the back of the 88 and does some serious damage to both their cars. That's just a tough break right there for the 2 Hendrick guys. It clearly was not intentional. Just Brad Stover should have lifted. He should have just let the 19 go and fell in line behind him. Just not smart racing there. And anyway, we will take you back to the green in just a moment. Again, I want to iterate as we go back to the green. I just want to say this race, or these 2 races being on the same day, it's very grueling on the cars, as you can tell. Max Anderson's fuel pump gone right there. He's done for the day. Trevor Collins with the valve issue under the caution. He's done for the day. Then you see there Tim Horton and Dick Clark, both a lap down. Another rough day for Tim Horton. This is not good toward his playoff bid. We did have some pit stops, and due to that, Charles Sanford stayed out, Matt Hussey stayed out, and Ben Crouch stayed out. They're your top 3 as we're back underway. And keep in mind the 88 is right in the middle of this right now. It'll be interesting to see what impact he has on this battle up front in the top 5. Mina Monroe is up to 7th, by the way, after starting dead last in the race. So good run going for Mina Monroe. She's making up a lot of spots. Matt Hussey there in 2nd. His hood's all buckled up. I can't imagine that's helping him whatsoever aerodynamically. And I think it'd just be wise for him to get out of the way right now. Let these guys battle it out. Ben Crouch tried to get around him, couldn't do it. Charles Sanford, will he stay out? Sanford will. And he will keep the race lead this time. Ben Crouch is in 2nd. Giorgio Stumu now up to 3rd. And Stumu's one that's run up front all season in the points. So he's looking for a good result today. Maybe a win to finally come closer to punching his ticket in the playoffs. Keep in mind, it's not the old way of doing things. Now, the playoff points are a factor. So the playoff points come before the actual points do. Unless there's a tie for playoff points. Then, of course, it goes to the regular season points for the tiebreaker. Or whatever. Yeah. But here we go. Charles Sanford, the Gaunt Brothers Toyota. He's a little slow. I think he's coming in. And he is. So is the 19. Can they make it to the finish now? That's the big question. Matt Hussey's out and away. Giorgio Stumu is the leader. Rusty Potts is in 2nd. This is a great run for that Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet. See there, a bunch of guys had to lift. Look at Diego Yepes. He's all over the back of that 42. Rusty Potts, he's quick. He wants the lead. He was hesitant. Now he's going to go out and try to take the race lead. 2 rookies going to battle it out. And Rusty Potts will come out on top of it. See the 34 slowing down. Is he coming in? Yes, he is. And now here's where the pits... Oh, we got a caution. We had a wreck in turn 3. 32, Hillary Sanchez. 25, Dan Hummel might have been involved in that. 00 is up in smoke. What started out as a good day. Oh, wait. Is that the 00 that was up in smoke? I saw a blue car. Oh, it's the 43, Tim Randolph, up in smoke. And now, here we go. We will get a late race restart. In all likelihood, a green-white checkered. I imagine everybody will be on the pit lane here. The guys who did pit before that caution flew, they are going to be the beneficiaries. I imagine the 4 will cycle out to be the race leader, maybe the 53. If these guys all pit, which I anticipate they will. We're going to wait and see. The top 3 will. Diego Yepes will take his chances. He will stay out. I don't think he can make it to the finish. It's a ballsy move, but again, I just don't think it'll pay off for him. It's not the smart move to make. But since not many of the leaders pitted, let's go see what happened. I'm just going to say Hillary Sanchez is a veteran of the Jello Cup Series. She's been here for many, many seasons. This is a questionable move, and I really think she should have known better. Here, being a 6-time winner in the Jello Cup, being a veteran, she cuts down, does not see the 53 down there, does not see the 25, and the 43 nowhere to go except straight into the back of the 32. He just killed his car on that. Tough break for the 53 and the 25. Luckily, those two do not sustain much damage. I think the 25 gets off the luckiest, as a matter of fact. But we will take you back to the green. Just as I predicted, it would not work out for Diego Yepes. He ended up coming to the pit lane under that caution and filling up with fuel. Zach Fitzwater, and actually the rest of those guys who did not pit before the caution came out, they also came in. So Zach Fitzwater, he is the first car that did pit. He will restart in the race lead. He is looking for career win number 2. He's only got 2 laps to go when he takes the green. Dylan Young will restart in second. Tyler Faden will be third. Charles Sanford fourth. I believe that's Nonigan Scott in fifth. Do they all have enough fuel? The green flag is out. We're underway. 2 laps of racing to go. Here goes Dylan Young. If you're going to pass, you got to pass early. But I don't think Zach Fitzwater is going to give up that position all too easy. I get these two are friends, but yeah, Zach Fitzwater's going to hang on. He says, not today, friend. I want another win. He's already won at Road America this season. And a second win, I mentioned so many times, a second win can pretty much solidify your playoff hopes. Here goes Dylan Young again, though. He knows his playoff hopes are at stake. And he will dive it into turn 3. Will we make it back around to the white without a caution? Side by side, coming to the white flag, the 16 Tyler Faden, he goes up to help. White flag, 1 lap of racing to go. Can Zach Fitzwater hang on? He's got the outside lane. It's the preferred lane. I just don't know. Dylan Young had a good entry into turn 1. So he may be able to hang on. No, Fitzwater hangs on for the time being. And he clears by a mile right there through turn 2. I don't think anyone's going to catch him here unless he pits. That would be something. Through turn 3. We've mentioned the rough start for Zach Fitzwater in his career. He's always been the bridesmaid. We have said that multiple times. He won at Road America. He wins today at Pocono. 2 wins this season for Zach Fitzwater. Wow. That's all you can say about it. 0 wins in his first 3 seasons in Jello Cup. Then season 5 rolls around and he puts it all together. He finally gets another. He finally got his first win at Road America after what was probably the most brutal start to a Jello Cup career I've ever seen. And now he gets his second win here today at Pocono. Dylan Young, he did everything he could. He knows that his playoff hopes are at stake right now. But a good points day for him with his teammates struggling. Of course, Mitchell Collins, we haven't seen him up front all day. His teammate Tim Horton struggled mightily. This will end up being a great points day for the two as well. And also at the 25 struggling, that will be big for the two, because if they can't win a race, they could win the regular season championship and make the playoffs on that. And they know that. That's why they are trying as hard as they can to run up front, get a good result. We want to thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the super long day here on GCN. I'm going to go take a nap. And while I do that, you guys take a look at your results and standings. We'll see you back here tomorrow night for Homestead. Till then, goodbye everyone.